the Olive Garden cook that dunked his head in the fryer. Um, it's a sad story, you know. Unfortunately, it's a sink or swim business. They're gonna replace him tomorrow. You know what I mean? And whatever problems he had, you know, those gonna be the ones that he takes to the grave with them. For you to dunk your head into a hot boiling fryer full of oil, you have to have something really wrong with you mentally, or you're suffering from some sort of substance abuse, which the kitchen is widely known for. I worked in the kitchen for over 20 years, and almost everybody there that I talked to would do some sort of drugs. I've known people that did heroin, crack, cocaine. I knew people that would get drunk on the job. A lot of people that would smoke weed on the job. I would do it when I was younger, you know. So, substance abuse and a lot of mental, you know, when you just have a lot of mental issues locked up in your head, you know, that doesn't help. And then the fact that, a lot of felons, you know, a lot of people with criminal records, you know, that's the only job that they can get, you know. So yeah, when you step into this industry, you're gonna see a lot of this. Unfortunately, it's really sad, you know. And at the end of the day, nobody really cares. They're just gonna replace this guy, and the only people that care about him are the people that really cared about him. You know what I mean? Like, um, and it's just, you know, I remember some kid passed away when I was going to culinary school, and I told a lot of these kids, like, at the end of the day, better him than me, you know, and that's a sad fact, you know. I feel sorry for that kid, you know. He was like 22, 23. Somebody shot him or something like that. He got in, you know, something happened. He got shot, and it's just a sad situation, you know, where this young man took his own life. You know, he felt something that told him to dunk his head into a fryer full of boiling oil. And if you've never been burned by hot oil, I mean, it's bad. You know, I've picked up the fryer basket, and when you pick up the fryer basket, you know, all the oil splashes, especially when you throw it on the rack and you're trying to get all the oil off of the fries and stuff like that. And you shake the basket, and you know, all that grease is going all over the place. You'll get a bunch of these little blisters and stuff like that. I don't know if you could probably see my hands. You know, you get all these little blisters all over your hands, and it's just a sad reality, and it's a sad fact. The industry's full of mental issues. You know, a lot of substance abuse, as I've said, and I don't think anything's gonna change that. And this man was probably showing signs, but at the end of the day, nobody cares about your issues. Nobody cares about your problems. Your problems are your own, and